International Coffee Day to all coffee lovers. So 1st of October was the International Coffee Day, though for people who drink coffee, every day is a coffee day. But first is special because people were generally sharing a lot of pictures online, and I've also attended a lot of coffee day based activities. So Starbucks in particular used to do a coffee week of a lot of events like coffee sampling, coffee tasting, coffee education, and so on. And through that, I've got to know a little bit more on coffee, the brewing, various varieties, and so on. So for today's video, I was just looking for some easy brews online, and I came across this Toffee Coffee Roasters Easy Brew. And I was not aware of Toffee Coffee Roasters, but they are an Indian-based startup that have been around for a few years, and I think they came on Shark Tank and showcased their coffee. They have three varieties. There is a Baba Budhangiri brew, and this one is quite popular. This is the whiskey barrel aged coffee. So we'll try this one, and then we'll compare that with the third wave mellow blend. So I have picked up both as the medium dark roast. So this also says medium dark roast, and this also says medium dark roast. So I'll quickly start with the brewing process, and then we'll talk about and compare the coffees. So as with the brewing, we typically just do the initial blooming of this. So and then once it's initially like a little wet, then we start with the actual pouring of the hot water. So many people ask around like what should be the temperature, what should be the um, size. And if you are not sure, I would say you can go with the easy brew packs. You get them very easily now, like Third Wave, Blue Tokai, these Indian brands, and there is also some available online. Toffee Coffee Roasters, price wise I found it a little pricier compared with Third Wave or Blue Tokai, but let's see if it's worth it. So another interesting thing about these Easy Brew packs is that the first time I saw the Easy Brew pack was the Cafe Coffee Day ones. So those were probably around 15 years back. I tried it for the first time, and that time they were not a very thing that we used to use much, because obviously the specialty coffee scene was not that big back then. But now I think I've seen many people use the Easy Brew packs. So they're also called home brew packs, and you also get these. There's different type of packs that come. One is this pour over method that expects people to set this up this way and make it. If you want to go for an even like lazier option, then there are these packs. You just dip them like a tea bag, but it's like a bigger bag, and you put them in a vessel with hot water, and you leave it for some time, 5 or 10 minutes, and you have the coffee brew ready. There is also cold brew packs that are available. So those are mainly your things that you leave in normal temperature water for 24 to 46 hours as such. The brewing is almost done midway, so I will just talk about this coffee a little more. So the deepest coffee expertise meets the legacy of a legendary aged single malt whiskey, Amrut. So you would have all heard of Bangalore's own brand Amrut, that is doing great in the single malt scene for many years now. And so for this coffee variant, what they have done is the barrels that were already used for the single malt whiskey creation, they put those coffee beans inside those barrels for a few days, I guess, and then the coffee beans acquire the kind of malty textures, and Amrut is typically known to be very fruity, and it has a lot of detailed characters. But this coffee takes the kind of residual aroma and probably some flavor notes of that whiskey and barrels, and then the coffee is processed and washed as usual. So it says that it has fine malt and green apple, so we'll try that out. As for third wave, this is a mellow blend with nutty and chocolate notes. So you would be seeing there's another one here. So this is the very common Barbara Estate, which is their Atikhan and Barbara are most common third wave coffees. I've actually tried this medium dark roast. It's quite nice because it's both medium dark and a mellow blend also. So along with the coffee, what I've done here is the pours are already done in these cups. What I'm doing is additionally I'm taking, so as you know, this will not retain the real flavor, but if you still want to see a comparison, color wise, you can see this is the one Toffee coffee whiskey barrel aged, and this is third wave. Third wave looks a little darker. Yeah. So what I'm planning to do is I will kind of infuse few flavors in them. So this being, I have these oak sticks. So these are essentially kind of these oak essence infusion sticks. So any kind of drink that you have, whiskey or anything else, you can actually infuse flavor of white oak. Sometimes we talk about malty flavor, woody flavor. So if you put this inside of any drink, so what I'm going to do is infuse this oak stick in this, and I'm going to leave it for an hour or so, and then we'll try it out. Another thing I have here is these orange peels. So these you would have seen in cocktails, mocktails and so on. I sometimes enjoy a cold brew drink with these infused in. So I'm going to leave this in the third wave coffee brew here. So I might have to do a little more pour. So now coming to the actual tasting, I have a few accompaniments here. This is a blueberry kind of cheese shortbread from Magnolia Bakery, and this is a chocolate chip cookie. Another interesting thing that I thought we'll try is Kokome. So this is an artisanal chocolate brand from Haryana. What they do is they do these orange peels that are dipped in chocolate. So I hope that they would go well with the type of coffees that we are trying here. So now coming to the actual coffee tasting. So there is some kind of juicy notes that I can smell. It's a little interesting because in coffee you get the acidic kind of aroma typically, but in this one it's a little, I wouldn't say it's alcoholic, but I'm getting like barrel kind of notes here. The flavor is quite nice. It's quite different and new, and I think that's why it's so popular. Because usually, if you drink like acidic coffees, the Indian kind of coffees that come, this gives a very refreshing character, makes it like a little bolder, and adds kind of flavor which I'm finding tough to describe. But like it says, it has fine malt and green apple, so maybe you could call it like a malty kind of texture. It's quite a good coffee. I think what I'll do is I'll just refresh my palate and I'll try the third wave. Yeah, so this is a good comparison to do because third wave is your typical blend which is very palatable. I mean, you're used to the chocolatey, nutty kind of notes here. But this is something very different and new. So I wonder how this will taste when we do it like an iced black coffee. But overall, a very good coffee. Actually, I didn't expect it to be this good. It's quite nice, and I think I'll try more of this whiskey aged barrel coffee, medium dark roast of Toffee coffee roasters.